Okay, sixth graders, here goes your last explore section. Okay, this one is going to be on culture. Now, this is the only thing we really didn't get too deep into when we did the year. And I'm kind of regretting that because this is one of my favorite sections because this talks about who we are. Okay, this is what makes us who we are, not the politics, not the geography, not the economy. Okay, what makes us who we are is our culture. It's the clothes we wear, the holidays we celebrate, the vacations we go on, how close our families are, what we worship. We in the United States have a different outlook on culture because not only do we celebrate who we are as Americans, we also celebrate where we came from. Okay. So I have a lot of family traditions that are Brazilian, Italian, Irish, English, and Polish because that's my family background. You have things that you do. And those are the things that make us who we are. Also, what area of the country we grow up in. Okay. Your countries that you've chosen have their own cultures too. The foods they eat, the holidays they celebrate, the clothes and costumes they wear. Some of their culture has stayed the same for a very long time. Other parts of their culture have changed as people have immigrated into the country. So, as you think about the culture of your country, think about those things. What are the things that have stayed the same in your country? What have changed? What are the holidays that they've celebrated throughout their history? What new holidays do they celebrate because of people who've come into the country? So that's what culture is in a nutshell. If we had class time, I'd spend a lot more time talking about it and asking you about your family traditions and what you do, because that's who you are. That's what culture is. It is what makes us unique and special. And it's what makes the people in your countries unique and special. And it's something to celebrate. All right, having said that, let's take a look at our document, okay? All right, first page, still the same. Okay, make sure you check that rubric out on the things that you need to do. Okay, if you have any questions, email me, request a video chat, help session Wednesday, 9:30 to 11. I'll remind us at the end, okay? All right, so suggested due date for this one is to start today and complete it on the 7th, on Thursday. That's the suggested day. If you do one slide a day, you'll be in good shape. Okay, so those are the suggestions. Next week, we're going to be starting our final project. I'm going to give us a little clue about that later, but I'm not going to spill too much, all right? Then here's your rubric. Same exact rubric we've been working on for the last other Explore things. Please be sure, okay? Please be sure that you are doing the questioning. You're asking those questions. You're answering the questions, and the questions that you create for this section should only be about the culture. It should not be about geography. It should not be about government, and it should not be about economy. It should only be about culture, and you have to answer those questions. These are questions that you think we should know about your country and their culture that we didn't ask as your teachers. Okay? So that's what the rubric is. Again, 20 minutes. Most we really want you to work on this. First one, what languages do they speak in your country? That's part of their culture. What do their tradition and modern clothing look like? You know, you can give us some descriptions or copy and paste some images of the color, the kinds of clothes they wear, because that's very, very important to culture. And finally, what holidays are observed and how are they observed? Okay, all of these things can be found in these links here. Now, if you can't find them, email me before you go looking anywhere else. All right. So when you finish this slide, you stop and you wait till tomorrow to go on to the next slide. Next slide, again, 20 minutes. Here are your questions. What are the foods they eat in your country? What kind of music do they listen to? And what are the religions of the country? Okay. Now, some music might be very general. Okay. But some are specific to your country. For example, I just learned of a new thing called Zamrock, which is rock and roll out of Zambia. Okay. It's very specific and unique to the culture of Zambia. So, what's the kind of music in your country? When you finish this slide, stop. I mean, you can go on if you want. If you want to finish these in one day, you can do that. But our suggestion is no more than 20 minutes. Remember, social studies, no stress. All right. The next one, 20 minutes again. Here's the thing, come up with those questions. Make sure you are answering these questions. I've been having a lot of you just either writing the questions and not answering them, or the questions aren't about the topic. This topic is culture. Okay. Stop. If you don't want to do any more, you're done. Turn it in. If you want to find out some more about your country, we have some optional questions. Okay. This is more about the immigration of the country. How many people come in? How many leave? Okay. What are their leisure activities? Okay. Our holidays are not only our culture, but what we do on vacation. Okay. How has that changed with immigrants? Okay. And how do you think your country's changed because of global influence? How has the globe influenced your country? Only have to do this if you want to. When you're done, stop, turn it in. Again, suggested day is Thursday. Okay. So, once again, if you have any questions, email me, request a video chat, help session Wednesday, 9:30 to 11 o'clock. You can just come and sit and listen if you want to listen to see the other questions. Next week, we're going to do our final project. You're going to have some choices. You're going to have maybe a one pager, or you're going to have a wee video, or there might be something else there. You're going to have a long time to do this. Okay. And we'll talk about that more. Now, if you are someone who has not done a lot of your work, you're going to have an alternative project. And we're going to be sending that to you. The people who have not been doing the work. We're going to send the project to you and your parents, explaining what you need to get done to make sure you don't get an I this year for this last quarter. Okay. So that's where we're going to be. As always, stay as amazing as you are. Have a wonderful day and get to work. Miss you.